warna hiasnya sualirnya.
Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This pick a card reading is going to take a look at what the next big move is and in what area of your life that next big move might fall in. So if you have not as of yet chosen a card stack on the table, go ahead and do that now. There are timestamps down below where you can go directly to the portion of the video that's going to give you an up close and personal look of the cards on the table. Pause where necessary on that screen. Take as much time as you need to get the most out of your selection time, right? And if during your selection process you feel led to pick more than one card stack on the table, by all means, listen to your intuition. That's always encouraged here. Pick more than one if you feel it necessary. These readings are also timeless, so whether you find it at the upload time or sometime later down the road, basically whenever it's placed into your awareness and you feel an intuitive nudge to watch, there may indeed be a message here for you. Nonetheless, these readings are general, right? Can't expect to connect with everybody that watches, but I hope you managed to find a message here. And what I always encourage is that, let's say if this particular reading didn't have what you were looking for, maybe consider exploring my playlist of pick a card readings on a variety of topics. You might find another reading in there that connects better for you instead. So with all that being said, Star Family, I will go ahead and leave you here and I will meet you at your reading of choice. Pile number one, viewers, you have chosen the Victorian Fairy Tarot. Now, I'm just going to give you a heads up. This deck is condensed. It's kind of like on the, I guess, the pocket size, right? The kind that you can travel with. So we are looking, and because of that, I will hold the cards up to the screen so you can see them better as best as I can. So we are looking at your next big move. Let's see, what area of your life is your next big move taking place in? So that could be love, that could be career, it could be anything, right? So let's see, your next big move. What's your next big move? Pile number one, viewers. Your next big move. All right, so wait, there's 1, 2. I'm going to start off with 3. If I need more cards, I will always grab off to the side. I also want to grab a magical fairy message card. Your next big move, pile One viewer is choosing the Victorian Fairy Tarot. Your next big move. What? Wow. Okay. So marriage. The fairies join you in celebrating wedded bliss. Okay, so that's very like blunt and to the point, right? That's kind of why I love these cards. So it could be an up-leveling, okay? An up-leveling of an existing relationship. So let's say you're in a serious relationship right now. Maybe you're taking the relationship to the next level. You end up going from casually dating to girlfriend and boyfriend or whatever the scenario may be, to committed partners, right? And then let's say you could be in a relationship where you're serious, you're exclusive, and then it goes from that to now they're my fiance, right? And then the next step would be from fiance to wife or husband or spouse, right? So there's an up-leveling in an existing relationship taking place, and or you can meet somebody or come into contact with somebody who is marriage potential, right? You can end up connecting with a soulmate, because marriage is a union. It's a partnership. It is the coming together. Sometimes this card can also read like a contract. So bear with me real quick while I change this out. Contracts, you know, there's a variety of different contracts that we could be dealing with in life as well. Maybe the contract for a new home. And that's, you know, that is technically a bond or a commitment that you make, right? So if we consider the marriage card as some form of commitment, it may not even be romantic or love related at all. Maybe it's partnerships when it comes to work, business, maybe the contract or the commitment you make to a new home or to a new, I guess, career or company, or you're committing yourself, let's say, for the next couple of years when it comes to going back to school or something like that. There's some form of commitment, union, partnership taking place here. And this union, coming together, contract, partnership, okay, is in alignment because we do have the energy of the unicorn in the background. So that's the next big move for you. Somebody could be proposing marriage, asking you to move in. Someone could be offering you a job. I'm just throwing it out there because that is some form of partnership and commitment. And you might want to up-level your career by taking them up on what they're offering. You see what I'm saying here? Like, there's something that's coming together for you. And it's so that way it can bring you happiness, right? The card says fairies join you in celebrating wedded bliss. Let's leave the word wedded out of there and just focus on the bliss part, right? Just in case some of you are not even, let's say, in a relationship at this time. Maybe you're focusing more on work. You see what I'm saying? But there's some kind of happy connection being made or soon to be made here. And you're going to be happy to join forces or ally or buddy up with someone in that regard to maybe up-level you in your job, your life, your lifestyle. Okay, so I'm giving you different scenarios of how this card can relate. For some of you, yes, it indeed will be love related. And if you're not in a relationship, the next big move could be that you end up finding somebody, like I said, who is that marriage material for you if you're looking for love at this time. So I feel like this is a lot of connections being made, commitments, partnerships, contracts, and they all feel pretty new. Or the next stage of that journey feels new if you're already kind of in one of those situations. All right, so let's see what the cards have to say. All right, so we have the 9 of Autumn, the Seeress, which is the High Priestess. Wow, and we have the Wheel of Time. So yeah, huge changes here. So in case you're wondering, the 9 of Autumn is the 9 of Pentacles in this deck. So they are kind of like by seasons. If you can see her, she's basically set. She has everything she needs in her situation, right? And she's sitting kind of pretty. You know, the 9 of Pentacles is that energy of, you know, hard work pays off. And for some of you, these partnerships, definitely can be work related. So you could be up leveling in your career. You could get a promotion. You can get a pay raise in some way. You could end up going into business for yourself with the 9 of coins or 9 of autumn energy. This is about being self-made, right? But you're about to bask in some kind of blessing or upgrade in your journey at this time. And it could be very fiscal, money related wise, or there's some kind of, again, upgrade in a marriage or existing relationship, upgrade in your surroundings, maybe even beautifying or upgrading your look, your clothes. You know, sometimes you can get a makeover with that card. So that could definitely be part of the next move. But there's definitely something that's, again, the vibe all these cards keep giving me. And from the very beginning, I kept feeling like upgrades and up leveling. So that's what's definitely taking place. So they could be physical upgrades, relationship upgrades, career job upgrades, your environment, upgrades in your environment, maybe your home for that matter, in your money situation as well, in your looks, in your health. Do you see what I'm saying? Especially with the earth energy of the 9 of Pentacles or coins or autumn. Now, when I said big changes are taking place, it's because we have the Wheel of Time here, which is the Wheel of Fortune in this deck. And yeah, there's definitely a shift in one of those areas of your life. So there's this feeling of, yeah, the wheel is turning, right? Things are turning in a different direction. Things are going in a different direction. But please know that it's in a positive direction. Again, with the 9 of autumn, that usually can talk about powerful single person energy. So you could be going from single to committed. You see, single into a relationship. So there's that aspect too when I'm considering the connection of these two cards. There's also some kind of mystery being revealed to you with the High Priestess energy. So I could see it as an up-leveling in your spiritual journey, your spiritual purpose. Maybe some of you are going into business when it comes to providing a spiritual practice or service or coaching. Do you see what I'm saying with these two cards? There's some shift happening in the journey right now, and there's a hidden aspect to it, but it gets revealed with the intuitive energy of the seeress, of the priestess, and it gets revealed to you. So if there's any hidden aspects in regards to the next big move in your life, they will get revealed. The feeling is that they'll get revealed once the changes and the shifts start move, or there's this feeling of like the wheel in motion, right? So it's kind of like as things start moving in the direction of this up level and things start making progress and you start seeing and gaining momentum in this area of your life, any of the ones I've mentioned already, that's when the knowledge, the wisdom, the hidden pieces of the puzzle start falling into place, and then it all starts making sense. And then you see the bigger picture for where it is now and also where it's going. I love the High Priestess here because she's a number 2, and she's also telling us and speaking to us of the alignment that I was mentioning with the unicorn in the marriage card. Number 2 is an energy of balance, harmony, alignment, also decision making, right? So if we consider how these things are coming together to join you with them or them to you, these scenarios are coming together to assist you to promote positive change. Just keep in mind, there could be, because it's a number 2, there could be some changes taking place in regards to a choice that you make. Like some of the changes that are taking place are a result of a choice that you make. I hope I made sense with that. So 2 can talk about decision making. So this feeling is once you accept, once you choose or make your choice, then it sets everything in motion. And then everything falls into place and you start to see where the wheel of fortune is taking you. And a lot of times the wheel of fortune is coming in to shift things for the better. But there's a hidden aspect to all of that. Again, the High Priestess energy that we can't see in the midst of the shift and the changes as they occur. What we have to do is just go inward, trust our intuition, and allow ourselves to kind of enjoy the ride, so to speak. So there's definitely a lot of happy, positive, abundant, beautiful changes taking place. Just trust yourself as you are on the ride, okay? Just think of a roller coaster a little bit. The wheel of fortune is that space, okay? It's that interim. It's change. It's a number 10. It's ending in conclusions. So where one door closes, another one opens. And it's that in-between space. It's that liminal space. Think of the ball at the roulette wheel at a casino. When the ball gets thrown and it's, you know, it hasn't quite landed on a number, there's this period of feeling a little up in the air. Again, that's why I think the High Priestess is here, because she's saying, well, just, you know, just trust where this is taking you. It's all good. You know, you got this. Your inner being has the answers. You can't trip up, that kind of thing. Allow yourself to go with the flow of the changes. That's why a lot of times the Wheel of Fortune is called the Wheel of Change. And we just have to ride the wave as it comes and flow with it rather than go against the current. You see what I'm saying? I'm curious to see like what's underneath the deck as an underlying influence or hidden aspect of this that maybe you're not quite fully aware of. Because the reason why I say that too is because the High Priestess is here and there's some things that are veiled, or she keeps veiled for the time being. And when a card is underneath the deck, it's that same vibe of things that you can't see because obviously it's under the deck, right? So let's see. Oh, whoa. Okay. So do you see what I'm saying about like a major up-leveling here? We have the Knight of Pentacles, and this is movement in an earthly matter, in a fiscal way as well. And it is positive progress and movement. This could also be the fact that with the Knight of Pentacles, it is taking steps forward with precision, right? Dotting all the I's, crossing all the T's, sometimes in a methodical way, but it's to get it done right. You see? So that way no stone gets unturned or is left unturned. I can't light a candle and read cards at the same time. So yeah, sorry for the distraction or me kind of like losing my train of thought. So anyway, the Knight of Pentacles is forward movement momentum in a way that's very planned, very considered, right? This Knight of Pentacles could be offering you a job, offering you a relationship, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus possibly, but that could also be you. But if there's an offer coming through, they're doing it in a very meaningful way, a meaningful way where they have considered everything that they need to consider. They have thought it through. They're very serious, and it's not an energy that's fickle or impulsive. They've really considered every aspect of what they're presenting to you. It's careful consideration. And they're serious about you, or maybe about what it is they want to have with you. So if it's a job offer, same thing applies, right? They've looked at your resume thoroughly. They've seen what you have to offer. They're seriously interested. And they're going to come with or present you with a very reasonable, solid offer. Same with maybe a home situation, right? If you're looking to move, relocate, begin your life somewhere else, then you're making solid moves and plans in the right direction of something that's more abundant and prosperous for you and maybe your family. Your plans are set on a secure, solid foundation. And it's all happening in proper time. Because with the Knight of Pentacles, it's all happening without rushing, without, again, impulsive action. This is proper, sophisticated, careful planning. And again, if you're being offered marriage or an up-leveling in that department, likewise, they have thought this through and they really are serious. And if it's an offer for a job or something like that, or home, they also are very serious and mean business. And you can trust it. It's also based on a solid foundation. So I really like this. I feel that this is secure. This is something safe. And there might be some unknown elements, how it'll all unfold or how you'll get there or how it'll all turn out. But as soon as you choose or accept and allow things to move forward, those things will get revealed to you in time. And the feeling is here, well, you know, there's no rush because it's yours and it's not going anywhere, is the feeling. This is all about flowing. And the Knight of Pentacles is what they call the slow-moving knight, but at the end of the day, it's purposeful. It's purposeful action and momentum. It's well-planned, well thought out, careful consideration, sophisticated planning, like I said. And I always say you measure twice, cut once, you know, that's the energy of the Knight of Pentacles. So I would say, you know, sometimes good things do take time. But I would say whatever comes through for you, whatever up-leveling in whatever area of your life comes up, this is all for the better. This is also, you can be secured fiscally, you know, in your environment. And you deserve the upgrade too, you know what I mean? In marriage or relationship as well. The Wheel of Fortune is promising a positive turn of events for you. Yeah, it's an energy of allowing something to fall off the wheel so something else can hop on. But it's all moving at a beautiful pace. A pace also that I feel is comfortable for you. Because sometimes, think about it, if we move too fast or things move too fast towards us, we can get a little beside ourselves. We can feel stressed out, right? When we feel rushed. Or like if everything's happening in a crazy way and it's like a lot all at once, right? So if somebody's asking you to marry them, take your time planning the wedding, right? There's no rush. If somebody, let's say you're looking to buy a house, but the contract says, oh, well, we want to prolong the settlement date, let's say this to 75 days or something, as opposed to 30. You know, just go with it. Allow it, you know, allow it to be what it'll be, right? There's no hurry in this case. It's because it's all working out in the way that it needs to, and you're not going to be late to the party, if you know what I mean. And let's say the other thing is, like, perhaps you're getting an offer to upgrade in a job position, but they say, oh, you know, this position won't take effect until, you know, 60 days, or it won't be available till, you know, 2 months from now or something like that. Would it be great if you could start sooner? Sure. But is it going to hurt you maybe to extend the start period? In this case, it might be a benefit to you. Do you see what I'm saying? So let's see. I have the making magic cards. Oh, wait a minute here. So that one was already flipped over. Look at that. The elements of fire, air, earth, and water combine to create powerful protective boundaries, spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional. So again, the feeling of safety, right? I was picking that up. And I was getting that energy from the Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, you're safe in making a choice or in whatever, upgrades, right, are taking place in your journey at this time. Look at that. Win the award, accolade, or contract. Yeah. That could be a work contract. That could be, again, marriage contracts. The contract on a home. Let's say you put the offer in on a house, right? You're achieving something here. It's upgrading you in your life, your lifestyle, in your relationships, maybe in your job, perhaps even in your home or in your spiritual journey. That's the next big move. It's happening in one of those areas of your life, and it's going to change things for you, but it's going to put you on a path, right, that is more in alignment with you. Okay, what do we have here? Self-confidence, strong self-belief, and sense of worth. Yeah, I love that. So have confidence moving forward in this new direction. Confidence in where you're going, who you're committing to, or, you know, your relationship. Confidence in your career situation, in your spiritual journey. So there's a newfound confidence coming from all this, I feel, gain that you're headed into. So the beautiful thing, okay, I'm going to point this out here. The beautiful thing here is that we have, I feel, a balance between physical and spiritual taking place. And because you found the middle ground between physical matter, right, and spiritual, that is what's also moving you into this positive change. So spirit and matter, and you finding the alignment and the alchemical, perhaps, alchemical marriage between the two, it starts shifting and changing things in your journey for the positive. And it also starts to take you, or take your life down a different trajectory. That can also apply. You're on your path, or on your way soon to be achieving things, and you are safe, protected. Your confidence maybe has been boosted in some way as a result of the changes that are occurring around you or are about to occur for you. But you're going to be making big moves. They may be involved with money moves, right? You're making money moves. You're making shifts in that area of life, or in your romantic life, but in some way you're achieving things, and it's bringing a beautiful balance and alignment. Again, the number 2 with the High Priestess, both physically but as well as spiritually. There's just this equilibrium as a result of it, but it's as a result of that everything can now move forward in a positive, steady Knight of Pentacles way. All right, so let's go ahead and grab angel numbers for your reading. If you're not familiar with my channel, I do roll the dice for angel numbers to get additional messages for you. These angel numbers, when they show up, can confirm a lot of what I've already said in the reading, and or provide you with a different or maybe personal message that you need at this time on your journey. If I gave you a source to research the number, I might rob you of finding other synchronicity, serendipity that Spirit needs you to find. That's why I don't give you a source off the bat to look up. I say take the journey, right? And I never want to imply that one source is better over another, because there's lots on the internet. I say go with your heart. Trust the one that connects with you in the moment. That's usually the right one. Okay, so let's see what number comes up for you, pile number 1 viewers, for this reading. So we have 8, 1, and hold on here. That's a 4. So 8, 14 is your number. I will go ahead and put that in the screen for you. Go ahead and look it up, see what it brings to you. If you feel that this reading has helped and connected for you in some magical way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. You could also consider joining my channel membership for exclusive content and readings I put out for members only. You could also support my channel by visiting my Etsy shop. And for a limited time, I will be opening personal readings back up from now until Christmas time. Possibly, if I can, if my schedule allows, I will extend it to the end of the year. So if you're interested in personal readings, I will have a few up as they become available. You could also support my channel by booking a personal reading and or purchasing a piece of my handmade crystal jewelry if you enjoy that kind of thing, right? So much love to you wherever you are. Be well, be safe. Take care, pile number 1 viewers, and always keep shining. Pile number 2 viewers, you chose the Tarot of the Magical Forest, and we are looking at what your next big move is and in what area of life that might take place. So let's go ahead and shuffle the cards, get the reading started, and I also will grab the Fairy Messages Oracle for you as well to find out more. So let's see. Your next big move. Pile number 2 viewers, what area of life that may fall in. Your next big move. That could be love, career, right? Your spiritual journey, possibly. Let's see. Your next big move. Pile number 2 viewers. Choosing the Tarot of the Magical Forest. 3 cards to start. And if I need more, I will always grab off to the side here. Let's also grab an Oracle deck. Your next big move. Number 2 viewers, 1 card, please. All right. Let's see what we have. Okay, so it says affirmations to lift up your thoughts and energy and to attract what you desire. Use positive affirmations. So I don't know if you're going to be, your next big move is basically you setting your intention for something that you desire or wish for with this card. A lot of times, maybe, you know, it could be that your next big move involves an intention or manifestation or a wish. And it feels like this is kind of saying, keep your vibe high, right? Because that very thing that you've been looking to manifest and or attract could also very well be on its way to you. Okay, let's take a look. That's interesting. The 9 of Pentacles, because that's very interesting because pile number 1 had this card as well. All right, so let's see. 9 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, and yeah, Magician. Magician is all about manifesting something, right? What this is telling me is that some of you, your next big move might be cutting yourself away from situations, places, scenarios, and peoples that just are not aligning with you anymore. It could be a work situation, especially with the 9 of Pentacles, that isn't allowing, you know, you to maybe, I'm getting vibes of, it's very limiting. So there's not a lot of freedom there, maybe freedom to grow or expand or level up in your journey there. So there's this feeling of, with the 5 of Pentacles, I'm sorry, 5 of Swords, 5 of Swords, there's this feeling of where you're cutting yourself free of that scenario or situation because it's creating a sense of maybe lack or loss or challenge, right? Because it's a number 5. And it's like you can't win where you're at or doing what you're doing. You can't quite get ahead there. So it's like cutting your losses, but in cutting yourself free from that or severing ties with that person, place, or thing, you end up gaining something better instead. And I say something better, right, because of these 2 cards. So your next big move could be possibly deciding you don't want to work there no more. Maybe you don't want to live there no more. Maybe you don't want to be in that situation, in that friendship, or in that relationship anymore because you're setting your sights with the affirmation card or setting your intention for better things, for relationships, connections, jobs, places, and situations that are more in alignment with you. And it's like, you know, with the Magician card that you have the power to manifest these things. You know that you have the skills, the talents, the wherewithal, right, to make it happen. But you have to tie up loose ends or sever them where you need to. But in the severing of ties or cutting yourself free from maybe a pattern or a situation, a place, a job, even a mindset, that's where I'm hearing growth, right? That's where the growth or the expansion takes place. It's like let go to gain, right? Let go to let in. Well, the Five of Swords is the cutting off of something. A lot of times the Five of Swords is a no-win situation. It's like no matter what you do, you're not going to be able to get ahead there in that thing, doing that thing. What do they say? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, right? That's the feeling of the Five of Swords. But in order to move forward, you have to kind of walk away from something. You have to say goodbye to something. You have to close the door to open others that are available to you. And it may require that to access or gain the very thing you've intended for your life. You may have to walk away from a situation that's not really making headway or helping you to gain what you deserve or are worthy of in that way. So that could be your next big move, and it's going to require your courage. And to also, with the Five of Swords, stand up for yourself and maybe say a few choice words, okay? Some people also might have some choice words for you, but you know what I mean? It's kind of giving me this vibe of, well, if I lent them $100 and I never got it back, then it's this feeling of, then it was almost worth the $100 to kind of have that person leave your life. You know what I mean? Or to get them out of your life. Let's say it was a bad friend, right? It's a small price to pay to alleviate yourself of the headache. In other words, of their negative toxic presence, let's say, in your life. You see what I'm saying? So it's like picking and choosing your battles, I guess. And I'm using that scenario because, you know, sometimes I say that because of money, right? We have the Nine of Pentacles here. You know, it could have been a fight about money, let's say, for some of you. And it's like, you know, your friend promised they were going to pay you back and never did, kept avoiding it. And it just created tension there in the relationship. And it's like, okay, well, you know, I see that you couldn't do it of your own volition. So it's probably better that, you know, this is not a healthy thing, right? I was trusting you to do the right thing and you didn't. So now I'm going to choose to set a boundary in that way. So your next big move might involve a boundary of some sort, but it's because you have bigger things, bigger fish you want to fry. You have other things you want to accomplish in life. And it's like you're not going to be able to accomplish those things unless you let go of this one thing that maybe could keep you from it or hold you back or hog up your energy, right? Because sometimes we are giving energy to the wrong thing, to the wrong people, to the wrong scenarios and situations. And as long as we're giving energies to those things, we can't really accomplish the bigger purpose or the bigger desires that maybe the universe wants to help us create for ourselves. So I feel like the Nine of Pentacles is saying this could be work related, career related. You could leave a job to pursue a better one. You could leave a home or location to relocate and manifest the home of your dreams. You know, I'm saying these things because a lot of times the Pentacles energy is going to talk about earthly matters, fiscal matters, financial matters, health matters. So I feel that you're cutting things out. You could be cutting out a bad habit, right, to improve your health and manifest over here with the Magician, a better quality of life and lifestyle, maybe a different aesthetic, right? Maybe you want to cut out bad habits with the Five of Swords, or things that are kind of sabotaging your gains, you know, in the gym. So you can work on your physique in some way. Sometimes the Nine of Pentacles can talk about physical upgrades and beautification, whether it's beautification in yourself, beautification with your home. There's some kind of luxury upgrade and up level, whether it be in your environment or in your physical appearance, maybe even a makeover. So that's why I say these things. So some of you, the next big move could be that you're cutting out bad habits and patterns to better your health, to work on your body, and to manifest maybe a healthier life and lifestyle. Likewise, same could apply, you know, you want to up level your job or career. Well, you're going to have to leave the one that you're in right now to go pursue something better, and to manifest that that better life and lifestyle and pay raise that obviously you have the skills to, or you possess the skills to create. Because the Nine of Pentacles is that energy where it's like she's self-made in that card. She's surrounded by luxury, abundance, prosperity. Not because it was handed to her, because she hustled for it. And some of you might be leaving your full-time job to pursue a hustle or a creative endeavor. Maybe you want to go self-employed, start your own business. That could be your next big move. Maybe you've been wanting to manifest self-employment for a really long time, so that way you could be your own boss and create more freedom and time for yourself and your family. And the Magician energy is so powerful in the sense that he can create anything he sets his mind to. He has all the skills on the table to create heaven on earth for himself. That's why he has one hand pointing to the earth, the other one pointing upward to the sky, the universe, the heavens. Because he's telling you in the card that I create heaven on earth. Maybe I create my own luck. I have the power to manifest whatever my heart desires, because I am the conduit. I am the go-between. I am the thing. I am the neutral space between earth and heaven, right? I am basically the fifth element, being spirit manifested in human form, right? So you have all the elements on the table. You have the cup, the pentacle, the wand, the sword. And each one of these elements is a step in the manifestation process. You have to think something with the sword, envision it with the sword, have it in your mind's eye with the sword. You have to feel it in your heart with the cup energy, which is all about emotion. So you marry the mind and the heart, right? And then you have the divine action, divine inspiration, the fire lit within you with the wand, the restlessness to get it done with the wand, the divine inspiration, action, momentum to do it, that you don't let go out, right? You keep that fire lit for that thing you want to create. And you always keep the thoughts going and the feelings going in that direction too. You can't let it lose speed or momentum. And then you have the coin in the Magician card, which talks about taking physical steps in the direction, tangible things, right? Showing the universe you mean business. And then you're the fifth element that brings all of these things together, the thoughts, the feelings, the desire with the wand, then the tangible physical, like you're the physical representation of the physical vehicle by which these things can take place or manifest, and you take action in a tangible way. You're the thing that brings it all together and makes it happen. So these two cards, the affirmation cards and the manifestation energy of the Magician, absolutely. Your next big move has to do with setting the intention, taking action, cutting things out where you need to manifest a better life and lifestyle for yourself, and yes, definitely has to do with something you've intended or something that you've been wanting to create and manifest for yourself for quite some time. And this is super positive in the direction of that. So I feel like the Five of Swords is saying, don't fear what, right? Don't mourn what it is that you're cutting out. If you have to make changes, because it's a number 5 energy, by all means, do what you got to do to facilitate, you know, your intention in the right direction, because you're in a very powerful position right now to create this and make this happen for you. 9 is also energy of closing out chapters, right? It's these things are starting to conclude themselves. And as you come to that culmination point of ready to close the door and cut things away and make changes with the 5, then over here with the 1 of the Magician, you can have your brand new beginning. You see? You know, sometimes cutting things out or releasing yourself. Look at this, breaking bad habits. Look at that. Yes, I mentioned that. Self-acceptance, excellent mental health, and letting go of vices. So some of you have been grabbing that extra Twinkie in between your gym sessions, right? That's kind of the vibe that I was feeling from these 2 cards. You know, breaking bad habits that are not helping you to facilitate the manifestation or the intention that you want for your future, right? That's your next big move. And that's super powerful, right? That you're saying, okay, enough is enough. And that could be in any area of your life, not just in, you know, your dietary habits or your health. Sometimes we got to let go of toxic work environments with these 2 cards, toxic friendships or relationships with these 2 cards. In order to, right, to level up or to achieve the greater wishes for our life. Because they're not, those things aren't necessarily helping us get there any faster, right? They could be slowing us down, to be honest. Hold on. So that was flipped over. Yeah. Triple spiral, listening to divine wisdom and joyfully learning life's lessons. So for some of you, whatever you're cutting away or letting go of, that's because that cycle in that journey is complete. You can't, there's nothing more to gain in that situation, right? Yeah, it's like the longer you stay in that scenario or keep doing those things, it's not really going to help you get moving in the right direction. So it's like you've learned all you need to learn from that period of the journey, or with those people or in that situation. Oh, wait. Okay, we have all these cards I flipped over and I didn't even notice. So this is one enchanted evening, the perfect night. Whenever I get this card speaks of everything kind of coming together, right, to allow this to take place, to allow it to happen. So again, if you're feeling led, right, as your next big move to cut something away or walk away from a situation, that's because it's just all, if things were leading up to this to have that happen, so that way you can move forward and achieve more, or move beyond, right, that chapter of the journey. Yeah, because the lessons in that scenario have already completed themselves. And we know that because we have a 9 here. And you're ready for a new start with the new beginning of the number 1 of the Magician too. So if I'm just looking at the cards numerologically, right, or yeah, numerically, it's the numbers themselves are already telling that story. So I would say look up number 951, and I'm also going to roll the dice, but I will put this in the screen as an additional number, because everything is like, it's like this pivotal moment, this culmination point to allow these chains of events to happen and unfold like this. That's what that energy talks about, the perfect night. Think about how all the careful planning, consideration all comes together to create an event. Do you see? It was all leading up to this. So you're actually at a pivotal moment where you're about to achieve a manifestation, I feel. But there's like one little thing that needs cut out or cut away so you can access it, it feels like. So there's a lot of energy leading up to a manifestation or a creative endeavor. And it's like it's about to happen for you, but I feel like there's a little snip here or there that just needs to happen before it all starts to fall into place. Oh boy, hold on one second. I think that was somebody coming home. So I apologize for the noise. Let's see if we can get angel numbers for you. I apologize if he keeps going because he will do that sometimes. So let's see. If you're not familiar with my channel, I do roll the dice for angel numbers to help get messages to either confirm things I've already said in this reading and or provide you with additional messages that perhaps you need personally on your journey. I never want to recommend a source to look up because it could be one you don't like, and I never want to imply that one source is better over another because there's many on the internet. I always say take the journey to research the numbers for yourself. When you come across one that connects with your heart, trust that one, go with that one. Also take the journey to research the numbers because at the end of the day, you might be taken down a different rabbit hole, and Spirit might want to show you other signs and synchronicities along the way. If I gave you a shortcut, I would probably completely rob you of that experience. Don't want that to happen. So I always say go ahead and find your own magic. So like I said, look up number 951. Let's see what numbers also come up for the dice. We have 2. 7. I hope you can see that. I feel like, there we go. And 1. So 271. Go ahead and look up that number. I will also put the other number in the screen for you. See what it brings to you. If you feel that this reading has helped and connected for you in some magical way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. Maybe consider joining my channel membership for exclusive content and readings I put out for members only. You can also support what I do here by visiting my Etsy shop, and I will be opening personal readings up again from now, possibly until the end of the year, for very limited spots because my time is super limited. So they will be put out for availability incrementally, probably from now until Christmas. But if I have more time, I might extend it to the end of the year. So if you're interested in a personal reading, check out my Etsy store. Link is down below in the description box. So much love to you wherever you are. Thank you for all your love and support. I really appreciate it. Take care and always keep shining. Pile number 3, viewers, you chose the Third Eye Tarot for your reading, and we are looking at your next big move and in what area of life that might be in. So let's see. Let's get the reading started with getting the tarot on the table first, and then I'm going to grab the Fairy Messages Oracle as well. So let's see. Your next big move. Pile number 3, viewers. What is your next big move? 3 cards. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3. And if I need more, I will grab off to the side. Let's get a Fairy Messages card as well. Your next big move. Whoa, okay. There we go. Let's see. Wow, so a new home. Moving is a step in the right direction for you. I mean, could be very literal, yes, in regards to your next big move being the purchase of a brand new home. It could also be relocation, maybe relocating for work or pleasure. Maybe it's more of a figurative move in a different direction. Maybe you're changing the direction of your life altogether, right? We move literally and figuratively. So I feel like this is touching on both. But you could be maybe moving out of your parents' home, maybe moving in with someone else. This is a switch up of your environment in some way, your residence possibly, maybe where you live as far as your state. Maybe you're going across the country to move, or you're moving to a different location altogether on the map. This is big stuff. So let's see what the tarot has to say about this. All right, so we have the Eight of Cups. Interesting, right? Because Eight of Cups is definitely energy of moving, right? You do move with this card, but a lot of times it's spiritually led. It's an energy of where it's a pilgrimage of sorts. It's almost like you can't help yourself in that way, right? It's like there's something that's drawing you in the direction of something else, and you just have to trust yourself, trust your intuition, follow your gut with the way that it feels. A lot of times the moon is depicted in this card. That's a symbol of intuition. You're just trusting yourself on this one, that it's the right thing to do, or the right move to make, or the right direction. So you might be leaving something behind. Maybe it's a current place, right? Maybe it's a current location or residence that's just not vibing with you anymore. Maybe it's not fulfilling you. I don't know about you, but I've always felt like certain places, just they run their course, right? You could be living, let's say you're living in a certain state. Let's say you've lived there your whole life. And it's like you can't really glean anything else from being there. You can't learn anything else from being there. You can't grow anymore by staying there. And sometimes when you're led in a different direction or to move to another place, it's because there's an inner desire. Your soul, right, with the Eight of Cups, has a desire to expand. And you can't do that oftentimes being in the same environment. That's why a lot of times travel is such a beautiful way to expand your horizons. It really, as a soul, right, can help you evolve as a soul. So there's something energetic, I feel, taking place as well, that your soul needs wherever this new place is, or this new environment is. Maybe you're not even moving to another state or country altogether. Maybe you're just, again, leaving your parents' home, for instance, and you're finally getting to a point where you can adult, right, on your own. And that is a form of evolving in your own personal journey, leveling up, growing up, right, taking on more responsibility for yourself, but in a way that's going to help expand you and maybe lift you up even. Because at the end of the day, the Eight of Cups, that's all it can give you. And it's like, you know that there's 9 and 10 cups out there. It's like, as long as you stay in this place of Eight of Cups, you're never going to get to your 9 or 10. And you know you're worthy of 9 or 10 cups. So there's a pivotal moment here where you're like, okay, I'm done. I'm not going to be able to grow anymore in that situation or gain anything else in that situation. It's time for me to go seek my bliss. It's time for me to go seek the 9 and 10 cups that I know that I'm worthy and deserving of. So I'm going to leave these 8 cups behind because that's all it's ever going to give me. And I'm going to go out and seek more. So a lot of times it's a card of knowing your worth, knowing you deserve more, going out and finding what it is that your soul truly needs and seeks to be fulfilled. Right? So I feel like that's what's taking place here. And a move in a different direction or a change in direction in your journey is going to bring you fulfillment, but it's also you following your intuition in regards to pursuing that as well with the Eight of Cups. So I know that was a lot, but yeah, 3 of Pentacles, and we have the 7 of Cups. So there's a lot of choices, and you could be overwhelmed by the choices in front of you, right, with the 7 of Cups. Now, I feel like the 7 of Cups is saying here that I feel like it's tying back to the 8 for the simple fact that when you make this choice, you don't know where it's going to lead you. But the Three of Pentacles is saying you have support. You have support around you. You could be moving for a job. But over here with the Seven of Cups, you could be like saying, I'm ready to do this, but I'm a little, you know, worried I'm getting in over my head, you see. Or you might be wondering, shoot, did I make the right choice? Because there's so many options. You could also be choosing to move to a new place or new home, and you have a lot of options in regards to where you want to live. Maybe you're a digital nomad or something, you know what I mean? And maybe you work from home and you can literally go anywhere. So it's like, okay, I'm going to do this because maybe your job allows you to with the Three of Pentacles. But where do I go? Where do I settle? What do I choose? There's options. The thing is, once you make the move or decide that this is what you want to do, try not to allow the choice itself to overwhelm you. Because there are, with the Three of Pentacles, it feels like resources and support to help you. Because it does honestly feel with the Seven of Cups that this could be a really big move for some of you, especially if you've never done that before, if you never moved to another state or moved to another country. That could definitely be very overwhelming and slightly scary. And then you could be second guessing yourself as far as whether it's the right thing to do. Likewise, the same thing could apply if you're switching up a job, leaving a job to pursue another one. Maybe you're getting a job offer because the Three of Pentacles, it's about people recognizing you for your gifts, your talents, your skills, and looking to build something with you in the workplace, or to help kind of lift you up so you can advance, right? They want to support your career in some way. And then you're wondering, after you leave the old job, if you got in over your head with the Seven of Cups with the new job. So I kind of feel like the Seven of Cups is a little bit of a guidance card as far as not allowing the choice itself to overwhelm you, and to trust with the Three of Pentacles that you are supported, that there are people around you that want to work with you to help you successfully make the transition, to help you walk through the new doors that are opening up to you so you can achieve what it is that you want. I feel like there's a little bit of with the Seven of Cups, this energy of being seduced, okay, by the options in front of you. And I feel like, sometimes with that card, we can get in over our head or feel like we're being led astray. But the feeling with the Eight of Cups that this is giving me is to stay focused, okay? Because there are going to be a lot of things thrown at you in the midst of these changes or these moves that you're making, whether figurative or literal. Try to stay focused on why, right? What it was that initially motivated you to do this thing. Let the superfluous things fall away. Because you're going to get a lot of things thrown at you, a lot of information thrown at you. Maybe people coming at you from different directions, and it's all maybe well intended, but you can get overwhelmed by the process of what it is you're doing, right? There's like all these new things that I feel could come at you, and you're like, oh, like what did I do? Did I do the right thing? But just try to stay positive in your thinking and your feeling, right? And focus back on the idea, what was it that motivated you to do this from the beginning? There was a reason. Your soul was calling you in a different direction, or to do a different thing, to move to another place. Let that be the thing that you are able to navigate by, or let it be your compass and your mode of discernment. So that way you can navigate through any confusion, because sometimes the Seven of Cups can talk about that, can navigate through any confusion that is thrown your way. Think of Wonder Woman, right? Back in the 80s, that show or the comic, she would lift her wrists and, things would kind of just ping off of it. It's like a ricochet effect. Again, your heart knows why you were moved and led to pursue this different thing or direction. And as things get overwhelmed, or as you get overwhelmed and, you know, things start to confuse you or whatever, just try to stay heart-centered and focused on why you did this to begin with, because I feel like that is going to help you discern and trust your intuition, right? It's going to help you discern what is beneficial to you and what is not throughout the whole process of what you're about to do or undertake. I hope that makes sense. I kind of do want another card. Now, whenever you're making a change in a different direction, right, it says moving is a step in the right direction for you. So again, you're making shifts and changes. You're going in a different direction. You're changing your life in a different way, or you're switching something up seriously. There is going to be confusion involved in that because there's a period of where things feel a lot up in the air, and the Seven of Cups can talk about that. There's a lot that's going to be up in the air for a while. Ironically, this girl is kind of up in the air, but she's supported. So trust that you're supported through the process of this while things are a little overwhelming up in the air and maybe even confusing because there's maybe some things that you hadn't considered before. But just try to stay focused, you know, heart-centered. Your intuition comes first. Allow that to be your compass, your guide, and your discerning, like your wheel of discernment or your sword of discernment. I don't know. So let's see. Aha. So conflict. Okay. Conflict can arise, you know, within oneself, frustration, angst. Okay. I think that's all tied into the Seven of Cups. And I know I'm going to keep taking cards here, but just be mindful of the choice. Again, stay focused on the choice you made and why your heart is guiding you in this way, despite also with the Five of Wands, what others might say, how others might come against you, or the challenges you might find along the way. I feel that there is support around you. You also might have people supporting you on one end and then other people, you know, giving you a hard time. Let's say you want to move out and your roommate is mad at you or something, or your parents don't want you to move out. You see what I'm saying? Or you want to move to a different place, but your partner doesn't want to. There's conflict. You know, there's some kind of conflict taking place. And on one hand, you have all the support that you need from a certain group of people. And then on the other hand, you have conflicting energies which are trying to convince you not to do it. It could also be inner conflict within oneself, like that little negative voice on your shoulder trying to talk you out of why, you know, what it is that your heart really wants from all of this. So it could be inner conflict as well as external conflict. So just keep that in mind. And there is going to be some angst when it comes to making major changes in one's life or switching something up, you know, maybe suddenly. I think this is just giving you a heads up as far as what to expect. But I also feel like your soul with the Eight of Cups knows what's best. Why settle for 8 cups when you can have 10? Do you see? So you might feel some opposition, push and pull, sure. But I also feel like this is saying you know what you need to do. So make sure you follow through, right? With that. Because the soul is asking for growth and expansion here with the Eight of Cups that it can't get doing what it's doing or living where it's living right now. So your next big move is a major change, and it may have to do with a home relocation, a place, a residence, a lifestyle change as well, a work change in direction as well with the Three of Pentacles. You know, let's see. Oh, Emperor. Yeah, you're solid. It's a number 4. You're safe. You're secure. You're in control. Okay, that's what the Emperor is. You're totally in control. So I feel like, yeah, you're safe, you're secure, you're grounded, you're deeply rooted, right? Look at the energy of the card. Yeah, you got this. You're in control of your life. You know what it is that you want. And this is about having the power to go after it, to achieve it, to make it happen, to conquer the challenges at any cost, you know, but it's all about securing your realm, your kingdom, your foundation internally, maybe externally, sure. Absolutely. You're in total control here. And don't let the feeling as the guidance is here, not to let the circumstances make you feel like you don't have any say, like you don't have control. This is totally in your hands. I honestly see this as you beginning the journey, finding the support and resources you need along the way. A little confusion, angst, frustration sets in, maybe somewhat self-doubt possibly, but you work through all that and then you're solid and you achieve what it is that you set out to do. That's a card of mastering yourself, your life, securing your foundation, you being in charge. That's definitely courage and confidence in that card as well. So it's saying you got this, you can do this. If this is what you really want, again, trust your heart and why you wanted this from the get, despite the things that might get thrown your way to confuse you and maybe shake you up a little bit. There is going to be some moments where things and situations feel so much up in the air. But that too shall pass, okay? Trust the moves that your soul wants to make for the further expansion of your own journey, because that's really what it's about. There's going to be changes with the number 5 that come about from all of this, but there's expansion. Number 3, growth and manifestation also involved in this. 7 is also energy of spirituality. So this is part of your spiritual journey, that it feels like it's necessary, right, to grow, expand further. The Emperor is saying you're safe and secure. Your foundation is solid. And the 8 is all about achieving more. It's about abundance, you know, prosperity. And there's a desire maybe with the 8 of Cups for more of that. So let's see if we can get 3 cards. Excuse me. Let's see. So what do we have? Okay, the festival. Hold on. Creates an energetic blueprint for a fantastic party or event. So housewarming party possibly for some of you with the new home card. Yeah, that would be really cool. Also something to celebrate. All right. And it kind of feels like there's somebody cheering you on as well with this card. So a fantastic party or event or chain of events, maybe something fantastical happens to assist this move or this chain of events to unfold. Okay, so let's see. To get you to that new home, to get you to that job, right? Mystic star, harmony in the home, there you go, and great friendships. Well, yeah, I mean, stars also wish fulfillment. Okay, I just got the vibe real quick before I go back to star of an energetic opening from this. An energetic opening, a portal. Maybe it's because this card is giving me that vibe too. You see? There's an energetic opening or portal opening up to allow for these things to take place so you can be guided to this new place, this new secure foundation, whether it be in a job or home. And the star is energy, also guidance, divine guidance of guiding you there. It's also faith, that it, you know, faith and hope in a bigger, brighter future. This is saying harmony in the home and great friendships. So I feel like this is saying this will all resolve in a very harmonious way. And I feel like if there's challenges with existing relationships with the 5 of Wands, let's say, if those conflicts are outside of you rather than internal, then this is saying you're going to have harmony in this new place with these new people. You might find or make new friends. maybe the current home life or residence or whatever situation is not harmonious. But in the pursuit of your 9 or 10 cups, you end up finding yourself in a more harmonious place or situation with more harmonious relationships that are, I guess, in alignment with you rather than not. All right, let's see. Okay, so we have the energy of insight. Opens the third eye to strengthen intuition. Again, the idea of remember why or what motivated you. Your heart, right, was motivating, your soul was kind of calling you in this direction. Trust that. That's your intuitive nudge. That is connected to your third eye. You have some kind of insight, okay? Let's look at the synchronicity here of the 2 cards. Look at the symbol here. And then, hold on. There we go. Sorry, I jumped. I was just trying to adjust to get better focus. There's an eye there. It's the same eye. You see that? It's so cool. It has the little eyelashes too, or the arrows. But yeah, this is all about trusting your intuition in making this move from the jump. You're going to be very secure and solid when this transition, change, or move in direction is concluded. Right? It's always when you're going from A to B that there's a little bit of chaos in between. But once you finally arrive at the destination, you'll see that you made the right choice. That you did the right thing in trusting yourself. You might be feeling like the king of your own castle. You know, the queen of your own kingdom. With the Emperor card when all is said and done. So trust that, okay? Because there's a reason why you're guided to do this. And it might not fully reveal itself until you've arrived. Okay, the reason why might not be fully revealed to you, or again, it's the hindsight, right? The reason why it might not be fully revealed to you until you arrive, till you get there, till it's all said and done. But it's the hindsight that you will receive once you're sitting in your throne as the queen or king of your castle, and you have a moment to breathe, and you can say, I did it. And in that moment of saying, I did it, is when it'll all, when you'll understand the why. That's why I say hindsight is a gift, because it shows you everything leading up to why things happened. Okay, so let's see if we can get an angel number. If you're not familiar with my channel, I do roll the dice for angel numbers to help provide confirmation of things maybe I've already said in this reading, and or provide you with additional messages that maybe you need personally. I don't give you a source because it could be one you don't like, and I never want to imply that one source is better over another. There's many on the internet. I say find one that speaks to your heart, go with that one. That's the one for you. I always say take the journey as well, because on the journey to research your numbers, you may come across other signs, synchronicity, serendipity that you need to find. If I gave you a shortcut, I would probably rob you of that entire experience, and I don't want that to happen. So that's why I don't give you a source to look up. So again, take the journey and find your own magic. Let's see what numbers come up for you. Pile number 3 viewers. All right, so we have 10. That is a 9. Wow. Conclusion of a cycle, endings. Okay, let's see. And 3. Further expansion, growth, manifestation. So go ahead and look up the number 1093. I'm going to put that in the screen for you. See what that number brings to you as a whole. If you feel that this has helped and connected for you, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe to support this channel. Consider joining my channel membership for exclusive readings and content I put out for members only. You could also support what I do by visiting my Etsy shop. And for all of you who have been asking for personal readings, I will be opening them back up as of now until Christmas. So for a very short, limited amount of time. My time is very limited, but I will put them out from now until Christmas incrementally. If I have more time and availability, then I will extend it to the end of the year, but I can't make any promises. So, you know, this might be the last time you could possibly get the chance of getting a reading with me for quite some time. So I'm making it available for the holidays. If you're interested in supporting my channel that way, or interested in booking a personal reading, or maybe checking out my handmade crystal jewelry, then visit me on Etsy. Link is down below in the description box. Much love to you wherever you are. Be well, be safe, take care, and always keep shining.